BMW X5 wheel bearing replacement, and we're going to be swapping as added bonus a ball joint on the wheelwood ball joint. So stay tuned, hopefully you enjoy, and if you got one of these, you find this video helpful. First thing you want to do is scotch it, make sure you're in a level place, get you some jack stands and a jack, and jack the front end up, because you're doing one wheel bearing, you might as well do them both. Since we got this jacked up, you can feel the bad wheel bearing as you spin this, and you can see the movement. Let's see. You can actually hear the movement. It's also got a bad ball joint on this side. This is a really bad wheel bearing though. Very dangerous. I mean, this and whoo, sketchy. We got it supported with jacks and a jack stand. Both wheels up. E-brake is on. Scotch it just in case. E-brakes sometimes do let go. But yeah, we should be good to zip these off now. And I don't have to explain that, do I? You should know how to take a wheel off. If you're doing this, you need to know how to take your wheel off. And you take an impact or a lug wrench and you zip these off. Impact will work the best since it's done off the ground. So we're going to be using the Milwaukee. It's a 17mm for these lug nuts. Yours could be different, and they're not lug nuts, they're studs. Because lug nuts work pretty good. They have to make it a pain in the ass to use studs. Whoops. There we go. 5 lug nut studs. Put them up so you don't lose them. And if you was going to rotate your tires, now would be the time to do it, since you got the jack out, taking wheels off anyway. But we're not doing that today. These is pretty new tires. So there we go. Now we grab this, take this off. Ow, my toes. Ugh. Since we got everything off now, we're going to inspect the strut, because I think it's been leaking. It's making noise. It don't look bad, but she has been making some noise. Could be that up top though. They got a kind of like a bearing in the top of these struts. Sometimes can make noise. It's making a popping noise. If the ball joint don't fix it. No, I say it's strut. I'll say it's strut. It's hard to tell if it's leaking or not. Don't look like it's leaking. Like I said, it could be that bearing up top. If it is, the best bet will be buying a complete strut. Because if you buy just the strut shocks and use your equipment on it, if this is bad up here, then your noise ain't going to go away. It's going to travel. Hopefully it's the ball joint, which is this bottom one here. Like it's going to need tie wad soon. It didn't have no slack in it, so it'll get by for a bit longer. Okay. We picked up this Bison Performance ball joint, complete. We picked up these wheel bearings here from Detroit Axle. Detroit Axle does got some pretty good products. Customer service is just hope you get the right product. Hope you have no issues, because customer service is just that bad with Detroit Axle. Let's see. Check the sway bar. Looks good. Thing looks good in here, but this wheel bearing, you can tell it's seen better days. Ooh, you can feel it too as you turn it. Wheel bearing is moving. So this is a 36 socket, and they call for a 12 point. But what I'm trying to show you is, turn this around some. is that's a 36 millimeter. And what I'm trying to show you is you got a little catch here. You're gonna have to pry out with a little bitty chisel. Sometimes the L gun can twist that, undo that. But this calls for a trail point, so that's how come that wheel bearing's bad and this one is still good. Because this one been replaced before. I just did one side instead of doing both sides like you should. So we are left with this factory trail point here. Go figure. And I got a 6-point socket. So I'm going to have to call around and try to find a socket to take the bad side off with. But I can go ahead and at least zip this one off. I got a 38 trail point. And it's not going to bring it. You're going to have to take a 36. It just bites enough to just flip off of it. $18mm is the next socket size for this. And you can take your whole brake caliper off, but you don't have to do that if you ain't replacing brakes or nothing. You can just zip this bolt off here. And the other one right down in here, and this whole bracket will move out of the way, just to be sure to tuck it up in here so it don't get damaged, start pulling on these cables and stuff. And then you just have to disconnect your ABS wire on the back here. The rotary should come off if you ain't got these little Allen heads in it, and usually people don't put them back in it. You can see those are still there, so we got to fight with getting them out. So all the bolts I have to take loose. I went ahead and sprayed with this WD-40 penetrating lube. You can see in here, even the little sensor. And we're going to walk away for about 30 minutes or so and let this soak in. Because them bolts, if they break, it's going to be a pain. If they strip, it's going to be a pain. So just be patient. So we're using this kit here. We ain't had to. We just been tapping with the big hammer on the right here, not on this, but on these, and they just been falling out so far. We've been lucky. That's the one with the bad ball joint. Now this one we're trying to get into. We might have to tap on it. Maybe we can get it to pop up, but it's hard to get the pickle fork in there, ain't it, Matt?
Yeah. Or anything.
You can see we can't get nothing in there, so we're gonna have to just try to get a hammer in here, cut the wheel, and tap on this, and hopefully this will pop out, pop loose. So we went ahead, removed the rotary, and you can see we took the dust shield loose. Now we can get the pickled fork into it, and hopefully it comes loose.
It's going in good.
It's moving.
Yep.
Yep. Should come out of that taper in just a second. There we go. Now once you get to this part, axle nut off and everything, it's ready to be removed, and then you got to press your bearing in and out. We're going to take the press and press out the center hub, and then we should be able to get to the snap ring that holds the bearing in, and then press the bearing out, because everything comes through the front. Once you get the center shaft out, you got a snap ring you will need to remove. Once you remove that, you can press your bearing out of the front and then install your new bearing, and make sure that you install it correctly for your ABS. One side's magnetic, one side is not. Very hard to tell. I don't even know how we're going to tell on this one. I think this is the side that's magnetic. I'm going to have to research that and do your own research. Well, my phone died. It's kind of late, but they press in, and you need to know which way the bearing going, because you might be watching this video because of that. Let's see if I can show you. There's a chamfer on this bearing. If you look down this hole, you can barely see it. See it? It's a little chamfer. It's very noticeable on the bearing. One side of the bearing will be smooth, and then at the back side of the bearing, or whichever way you're holding it, on one side of the bearing there'll be a little chamfer. We'll do chamfer. And then that goes towards the engine. And that's where your ABS sensor, you know, weeds. So you want to make sure that chamfer goes back this way. If my phone didn't die, I would show you. We done got the other side together and stuff. And it pretty well goes back together the same way it came off. Make sure everything torques down. The axle nut torques to some insane Newton meters. But I'm going to torque this in at 250 foot-pounds, because that's what my torque wrench goes up to. I'm going to use some Loctite. And I'm also going to take a chisel and knock the bolt in this little thing, keep it from backing out. So, it's pretty straightforward. Hope you enjoy this video. Hopefully it helps. And yes, the front end is off because the fan was bad on this. It was going bad. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. And we installed a new fan. Whole front end had to come off. Great day. European cars, you gotta love them. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Check out the eBay store in the description below. And I gotta finish this car. It's 2 a.m. almost, I say 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And I might be done by morning.